Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm extremely excited today because I have this big giant box. As you know, in this past few sort of videos I've touched on the fact of how expensive basically groceries and food and fuel and everything has gone up lately. Even like you have to pay for pretty much the doctors wherever you go now. So it's not a great time right now financially, and so I've sort of sat there and I've thought about a few things, and I thought, how can I reduce my costs? And I know baking from home and doing all that sort of stuff will help. I'm not always in the mood, and I just feel like I always have so much going on. Can you were quiet like 2 seconds ago. So anyway, this is step one in trying to reduce the cost. So we're going to find out together or not today if this going forward can be a really good idea. So I found this local company who deliver fresh fruit and veg to your door every single week. So they do it once a week. And they have 2 different size boxes that you can purchase. So you have a smaller one and a larger one. I got the smaller one just because it actually looked like it had a lot in there anyway. It looks smaller now in person, and I've opened the top just to like sort of have a quick look at the top. It looks nice and fresh so far. But this is the box. I'm not going to tell you just how much it cost just yet. So I got the smaller box, so that's the smaller box so far. I will tell you at the end because I want you to really think about how much this would cost you normally. So I don't really want to give you a starting price. I want to give you the price at the end. So let's just get straight to it. I'm going to just open it up. We're going to see everything in here together. It looks really fresh so far. So all the greens on top, which I'm really happy about. I am loving all my greens. My first favorite thing is spinach. We use this every single week. I put it in so many different things. Salads, in breakfast, in like, you know, your omelets and things like that. But you can also chuck it on like lunch items, like my tuna and spinach wrap that I make. So spinach is a big favorite. So if I got the bigger box, I would have had an even fuller bag of this, but this is still plenty, and that was probably enough for a week anyway. Then we have some nice fresh grapes. Now, they have gone down in prices lately. I know that much, that grapes are in season at the moment. But it was like $13 or $14 a kilo at one point. And now this is a pretty decent amount. So I'm pretty happy with the amount of grapes that are in there. Then we have 1 broccoli head at the moment. I don't know, there could be more, but I'm assuming it's probably only 1, which is plenty for us. 1 broccoli head. I might even lay this out on the bench so you can see it all after. So I'll just move that around. Then my favorite lettuce, the iceberg lettuce. It's a pretty decent head. We've got that. And then it looks to be, we got 1 capsicum, which is the green capsicum. I think some people will call these peppers, like over in America and things, places like that. Then I haven't had this box, unfortunately, in my car for like an hour where they delivered just as I had to leave, and we just popped it in the car. So it got a little bit sweaty. But this is a bag of mushrooms. So I think they're the button type mushrooms. I don't know my type of mushrooms. I can pull one out of the hole. Whoop. So these little ones. I got a nice decent sized bag of those. I will probably only need that many. What's in here? Oh, we got some, it looks like little Roma tomatoes. So there's a little bit of a bag of those, which is plenty for us. Then we have beans. This will probably do one dinner. This amount of beans, which is like half of this white bag that she's using. The box to play with. But yeah, so that'll be 1 good serving for 1 dinner. A nice side. She is just in the moment to apparently talk out loud today. Then we have 2 zucchinis. So this could easily I thought about, because I have a few eggs, I thought about doing like a zucchini slice again. I haven't done a zucchini slice in forever. Honestly, this is all green stuff really right now. Green, white, and red. Then we have 2 avocados, so they're not quite ready to go, which is fine with me. I can use those in a couple of days. So 2 avocados. We have 2 sweet potatoes. These are a little bit small. I don't know whether or not they're like in season or not at the moment. I am growing sweet potato out in my garden at the moment, which I'll get to as well. But sweet potato, this will probably do mine and Andy's lunch one day. So that'll be good. If you haven't already seen the sweet potato lunch meal that I made for myself and Andy, I think I've got a short video of it. I've made a TikTok video regarding what I put exactly in there, and it was so yummy. I think it was really good that it was still yummy, because I had been craving that for so long. I've been wanting to make it for so long, but my oven is just really crap and it just doesn't cook things the way it should be cooking things. So I just couldn't ever get the sweet potato to just cook right. You can get in there. So ever since I had my air fryer, that has been the best thing for our family lately. But I also have 3 brown onions, and then I have what looks to be 3 plums. Ooh. So a small box has quite a bit in it. Then we have about, we got 5 mandarins, which everything looks really fresh. So I do believe they go to one of those they do this from one of the farmers markets, and then they organize with customers on how many boxes they're going to end up having for that week, and they even give you a preview somehow, and then they get their produce organized. And the best thing about this company, I've done this thing in the past. I've done fresh boxes in the past. The one I was with previously were like you had to do fruit and veg separate to get a decent amount, or you could do fruit and veg together, but you could never ever choose what you wanted, and you still can't really choose what you want. But if you don't like something, you can say, hey, can you please leave that out and swap it for something else? And then they'll swap it for something else so that you use everything that you were given. And I actually love that option because no one has those options. So trialing so far, I'm really, really liking what I'm seeing. But we have 4 carrots, which is plenty for a week. And then my kids don't eat green apples, but we do have 2 green apples in here. And then surprisingly, which I love because my kids are red apple kids, there looks to be 2 different kinds of apples. We've got 3 what I think would be like Pink Lady, and I feel like these will be the royal ones. But 3, 4, 5 red apples, plus another 2 red apples, which are like doubled in size, which I believe are probably the Pink Lady ones, but 2 giant apples. So, whoops, we got 7 apples altogether, which almost feels maybe a bit more than that, because that 1 apple will do 2 kids for their power snack in the morning. We have 2 pears. Ooh. And then the very last few things out of this box, we have 2 lemons, which I would probably prefer more lemons, but every time I buy lemons at the moment, I'm not using them, so I'm already wasting money buying lemons. So 2 is a good start. I do like having lemon water every single day. I haven't created that habit in a while, so this might be a good way to try and introduce that again. And the last item is 1 lime. I don't actually use limes, although I think I tried. You're getting frustrated with the boxes. Although I think I did try lime in, like I cut up a lime and I put it in my Summersby apple cider alcohol drinks. So maybe if I have a Summersby, I might even just chuck some lime in there. It's a good way to use it, and it was actually really delicious last time. But that's everything. I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you everything in a second. Oh, thanks, miss. And then I'm going to probably explain basically my goals in terms of food in this house and just how to save money, like my plan for the future. So I'll just turn this camera around so you can see what I have. So that's just crazy how much is there. I want to be able to put all this into a cart for both Woolworths and Coles, and I'd really, really like to see just how much all this would have cost me if I bought it in store. Because I think in my head, I'm like, yeah, I'm saving money. But at the same time, here you go, you want that? You have a bean. At the same time, I'm like, but how much money am I saving? Because I know I would still need to go to Woolworths or Coles or a place like that and buy at least my berries for Abby and Andy because they both like berries. And then maybe a certain veggie here I might need another one or two of. So I still will probably need to buy one or two things from the shop. I mean, maybe I could get the bigger box next time. Maybe I could test that out one week, see which one's better. I feel like the smaller one's better because otherwise I'll start to get waste and I'll start to, you know, I can get this every week. So basically, I'm just gonna tell you how much it ended up costing. So that box there, everything that you saw, cost me $30. Free delivery as well. So $30 for all of that. Now, those grapes alone at one point were half of that cost, which is ridiculous. So I'm going to do the research and I'm going to pop up on the screen somewhere here about how much this would have cost in Coles and then how much it would have cost in Woolworths. And that way you can see the difference in these prices. It's definitely worth seeing. If you have a place near you that does fruit and veg delivery and just see how much they cost. Normally it's a $5 delivery fee. I don't even know why they don't have a delivery fee. I'm not going to argue. I'm going to take it. $30 for this box. For the bigger box, it's $50. So an extra $20, you definitely get a bit. Yeah, so with $50, you obviously get a bit more variety. So I think in the one that they had, I think you got a watermelon as well. It was like a half a watermelon or a quarter watermelon. You got more spinach. You got more of, I think, each type of veggie that you have here. And I think you got, so other than the watermelon, I think there was one other different thing, but I can't quite remember what it was. But my kids don't even eat mandarins, but these are so fresh that I know that Andy will, and at least my husband and I will. I know there's seeds in here. I will get them out before I feed them to her. But the smell, so good. Hang on, Andy. I have to pop out the bloody seeds. But freshness, everything is really, really fresh. Now, my plans for the future, one second, I'm going to try this because I'm hungry and it smells so good. I just swallowed the seed by accident. Everything's fresh, 100% fresh. I cannot see any like bad bits about any of the foods here today. So I think I'm going to do this every single week. So $60 a fortnight for fruit and veg, plus probably I'll probably put an extra $20 on there. $80 a fortnight for fruit and veg. And then my butcher, I have the best butcher as it is. I already have the best price and the best quality, so I won't be changing butchers. I've already shopped around for a butcher for years, so I already know that I'm at the best one. You want another one, miss? Hang on. Is there no seed in that one? There you go. So yeah, I definitely already have the best butcher. It's just in terms of I need to probably try and plan my meals in order to save money. I'm not very good at planning. I'm good at writing it all up on my planners, but sticking to it, I'm not so good at. So I'm just not doing so well with juggling all of life's obstacles at the moment. And when you're not doing good at juggling life's obstacles, I always find you then struggle to organize your house and organize your meals and keep on top of being healthy and, you know, just your house work in general. My house is a little bit messy at the moment. I'm starting to do spring cleans and cleaning out different sections so it's easier to handle the mess. I always do that every 3 months because I just managed to get a whole bunch more stuff. But back to food. I am getting very unfocused and I'm sorry that I'm talking a lot. You're probably not going to watch this whole entire movie, but I'm going to show you my garden. Okay, so here's the garden right now. It's pretty much the exact same stuff as you saw last time. It's just grown a little bit more. So, sweet potato still growing, still going strong. Then now my passion fruit is blooming. Passion fruits are coming out everywhere. They're just getting bigger and bigger every day. And I think I counted like 30 of these flowers, and that was just like a rough job. There's like another 2 bigger ones. Like, oh, can you see that? Up there. But they're starting to come out everywhere. Then down into here, have a whole bunch of rosemary. I really need to cut this up and dehydrate it. I haven't done a second round, but I still got my first lot that I dehydrated. I only use it for chips every now and then. So this is bolted, but this was my basil. But that has done really well. I just wish I sort of got to it before it bolted to dehydrate that as well. My thyme, oh, you can smell this basil like as soon as I lean down. But this thyme probably needs a little bit of care, but it's gone crazy. It's bloody weed. Get rid of this weed while I'm here. Thyme's going really well, and obviously my passion fruit. So I've only got 4 things sort of really growing in here properly. I'm going to just get rid of this here. I am told with the sweet potatoes I need to wait till these get all yellow and die off. So obviously something's really enjoying all these leaves. But that's alright. Plenty of passion fruit growing. I am just really, really excited for the passion fruit because that is my favorite fruit. But my plan is to, like, I don't know if I'm going to get a bunch of planters over here, and then I thought maybe have my herbs against there because they have consistent sun, but they also get a bit of shade. So hopefully get some herbs going over there. Then winter is coming, so I'll probably start using this bed here for a bit of lettuce, and I do want to get my snow peas going, but I don't know. Maybe I can just like do it in between here and get them going. Oh, but I already have those 2 at the back there, so I don't know what I'm going to do about snow peas yet, but I am going to plant them. Whether or not I just put a planter box on the other side of this, and just that way they have their own space to grow, and then they can just grow up and then hang on to some of these. Oh, there's a little bee. But yeah, so really, really, really loving my garden. It's very low maintenance. I haven't had to focus on it too much, and it hasn't needed a lot of care because it's just growing on its own, thankfully. I do make sure I water my passion fruit plant to make sure that it gets enough of that. I noticed as soon as I started watering a bit more, that's when all the fruit started to come out. But definitely a bit of plants. I don't want to go too hard too fast because I failed the first time I did that, so I am going slow. But I have been a bit lazy, but now that I'm really, really getting on a roll to saving money, this is most definitely something that I am going to invest my time in. I would even like a few just plants and flowers just on my back patio, just make it a nice sort of area to relax in when I'm in my little sitting hammock out the back reading a book and letting the kids play at the back. So yeah, that's the garden part of things. Basically, I'm going to get straight to the point. So, from now on, I'm going to do... Oh! Alright, we're going to get straight to the point. So from now on, I'm going to do these boxes every single week. A $30 box every week, and I'll probably add an extra $20 on there just for things like berries, and maybe I need a couple of different veggies for a certain meal. So $80 a fortnight in fresh fruit and veg is what it's going to cost me. Then with my butcher, I'm going to try maybe do... I'll try go down to like $60 a week for the butcher. It just depends on what we make. I haven't quite figured out the cost. I could be way off. But normally I spend around $120 a fortnight and I still have leftover meat. So it'll probably be about $60 a week. And that's technically all I need, because at the moment I'm able to get things like chips and snacks and all that from basically charity. And we just pay a small fee every now and then to contribute to that, and we are able to end up getting a whole bunch of kids snacks from that. The kids aren't just huge on them because it's very repetitive, but at least it saves us money. And at least in their boxes they will have bread and they will have a whole bunch of different fruit and veg that is fresh and, you know, good for them. But they're also going to have their packets of chips, muesli bars, LCM bars, you name it, that sort of thing from the charity that I can get from. So on my way to saving money, and then on top of that I will have stuff coming from my garden. But you can't really rely on your garden because it takes forever for things to grow, and then you only get so much of it, and then you need to start buying it again anyway. So gardens, if you don't have a whole lot of room, they're really, really good for like herbs and lettuces and all that through winter. Highly recommend that. Snow peas through winter, they're really good for it. They produce a plenty amount of those. Beans. Did you start eating the pear? Okay. And Mr. is making Nutella toast for his afternoon tea in the background. So fingers crossed to start saving me money. After I do this for a couple of weeks, I can let you know how much it is saving me money. So that's pretty much it. We're gonna start saving money. The goal is to... She's never had a pear before. Is it good? So we're gonna, yeah, just the goal right now is to really, really save money. We have this big bill coming up in 2 months that we need to pay off, and then after that we can sort of breathe a little bit, and then hopefully from there onwards we can have a goal of starting to save money so we can have more holidays and we can do more with our life rather than just working and coming home and doing the same thing every single time. And I think this year, after our big holiday, we just got really inspired to just get our butts into gear. So you're going to watch this family grow and get our butts into gear and start saving money. And if you live in the, I think it's sort of like Logan area, comment below, because I'll actually, you know what, comment below, let me know if you want to try this, but I can give you the link in the description in regards to the people that I got this through, because it's 100% worth it so far, and I'm really looking forward to getting this every single week with them. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Can you say bye? Bye! Bye! She's too busy watching everyone. But thank you so much for watching, everyone.